Well, well, well. Heard you guys are all hyped up about the Epstein files. More correct predictions from puppy trays, of course. Last year, Elon Musk said Jeffrey Epstein tried to get him to go to his island, but he refused. New emails show Elon Musk actively asking Epstein what day night will be the wildest party on our island. And the next year, Musk asked again if there was a good time to visit. Elon Musk begged to go to Epstein Island. That's why he deleted the tweet. The top nuclear power in the world appears to be led by a bizarre gang of child-eating pedos. Dog, they were eating, torturing, and mutilating babies. What the fuck, man? Bill Gates had some medical problems after visiting the island. And you guys all wanted this guy to be in charge of our healthcare, be in charge of what's injected into our children. We'll get into that. But remember, you guys wanted this guy to let us decide what's injected into our children. We thought this dude would be great for giving child health care advice. He said the jabs were safe and effective. Why not believe him? You know? Elon Musk. Do you still not know about Elon Musk? Elon Musk was executed for consuming adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is harvested from torturing children. Bon Jovi, Daniel Craig, Guthrie, Halle Berry, Jesse J, Kobe, LaBeouf, LeBron, Oswald, Paltrow, Phelps, Rihanna, Serena Williams, Spears, Ramsey, Sarah Dawn, Schwarzenegger, Usher, and Witherspoon. How many are also on the Gitmo list? Epstein flight logs, and we see a picture of a bunch of celebrities that appear to have broken their foot all at the same time. And of course, they didn't actually break their foot. They're wearing ankle monitors around their foot. These boots all have ankle monitors in them for tracking sex offenders. So these people are all wearing ankle monitors. Remember when all these liberal celebrities told you to stay at home, listen to the smart people, and wear a mask? And get an injection that was lethal? That's because a lot of them took this red pill. See, Elon Musk posted, "Follow the white rabbit." The white rabbit is the adrenochrome molecule that you see on the left of your screen. You can see how it clearly looks like a white rabbit with bunny ears and feet. So Elon Musk posts, "Take the red pill." The red pill is adrenochrome. And follow the white rabbit. The white rabbit is adrenochrome. So Elon Musk consumed adrenochrome, and he was executed and replaced with a body double. Oh, puppy trades, that sounds crazy. Does it? Donald Trump recently said he was trying for his fourth term. Not his third term, his fourth term. And Donald Trump has also said that Joe Biden was executed in 2020 and replaced by clones and body doubles. And here we can clearly see Joe Biden wearing a skin-tight silicone mask with a giant square protruding where his ears should be. So Elon Musk was also dealt with. He was executed and replaced with a body double. These people are being played by naval officers wearing a mask. So this is a naval officer. That's why this Joe Biden keeps saying he was in the Navy, even though the real Joe Biden was not in the Navy. It's because he was a naval officer. They were consuming adrenochrome that was trafficked with Bitcoin and torturing children in underground child trafficking tunnels. And a certain subset of Donald Trump's followers believe that some of these storms we've had, like Hurricane Helene, have been flooding out these underground child trafficking tunnels that these celebrities and politicians were abusing children in. In addition to the total wipeout of the Biltmore estate in Asheville, the estate owned by the Vanderbilt family, Anderson Cooper, was flooded out also. It turns out the sick child art below was owned by none other than Tony Podesta, proud member of the Red Shoe Club and brother to pervert and Pizzagate player John Podesta. Note, Asheville is a child sex trafficking hub in the United States and is known for having deep underground tunnels and a long history of occultism and satanic ritual abuse. So they believe Hurricane Helene was flooding out underground satanic child trafficking tunnels in the Biltmore estate in Asheville, North Carolina. They believe that Joe Biden and Elon Musk were executed and replaced with body doubles for consuming adrenochrome. So when the virus was released, the virus was a way to catch the people who had consumed adrenochrome. And then what happened? They were given lethal injections, like how the jabs were lethal injections, or we thought they were going to be lethal injections. They might have just been salt water. But all these liberal celebrities told you to stay home and wear a mask. That's because they were under house arrest. They had to stay home. They're all wearing ankle monitors. They all are wearing ankle monitors. All of them. This already happened. This has already happened. These people have already been arrested and they've had tribunals in Guantanamo Bay. Let's look at this post. Hurricane Melissa is all about Gitmo to head towards Guantanamo Bay to force it to have to evacuate and shut down the Guantanamo base where the military tribunals are being held. Rest assured, those who committed treason against this country will face justice. That's all I'm going to tell you. And we see Hurricane Melissa going through Guantanamo Bay, just as Hurricane Helene went through Asheville, North Carolina, and the Biltmore estate, just as Hurricane Milton went through Disney World. And so now we look at Donald Trump saying he's going to send the National Guard to San Francisco, him saying that they're going to send the National Guard to Portland. And we have to wonder how many more of these underground child trafficking tunnels need to be flooded out. We can see that hurricanes do a pretty good job flooding out underground child trafficking tunnels in the southeast. But how do you flood out underground child trafficking tunnels on the west coast? Well, you would need a very large storm. Perhaps you would even need a tsunami. Perhaps you would need a mega earthquake. Let's look at Trader Girl Q's pin post. Here is why I believe San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge is the mark of the Black Swan event that leads to the Great Awakening. Elon Musk posted on September 11th because Elon Musk by 2023 had been fully replaced with a body double. Elon posted on September 11th, 2023, must be great nets with an image of Golden Gate. Strange day to be posting a random case of 400 million in fraud and waste management. So I started to dig, and what I found was shocking. The beautiful city had a dark history with Satanism, human trafficking, and corruption at the highest levels of power. I started with music lyrics, and that opened the door to find everything else. Judy Garland says, there's a Brooklyn Bridge, London Bridge, and the Bridge of St. Louis Ray, but the only bridge that's a real gone bridge, is the bridge across the bay. So, again, we have Satanism and we have trafficking, human trafficking in San Francisco. So, the first case of coronavirus in America was in Seattle, where we have the Space Needle, where we have the Emerald City. Taylor Swift caused an earthquake in Seattle. Her last name, Swift, references the Swift financial messaging system. So XRP will replace Swift. It's called Ripple, the bridge currency, like the Golden Gate Bridge. So Taylor Swift is marrying Mr. Pfizer. She caused an earthquake in Seattle where the first case of COVID was, which has the Space Needle, like the jabs. Bill Gates founded Microsoft in Seattle, or Microsoft is headquartered in Seattle, in Redmond, Washington, and they have this patent. They have this patent for using a brainwave or body heat emitted from the user, which, when the user performs tasks provided by an information or service provider, such as viewing advertisements or using certain internet services, can be used in the mining process of a cryptocurrency. So they have a patent in Microsoft, which is patent 060606, located in Redmond, Washington, near Seattle, that talks about using mining cryptocurrency using human body activity data as node verification. So again, we have these people who believe that the storms in Snohomish County in Washington State were flooding out underground child trafficking tunnels, and that the storms in Texas were flooding out underground child trafficking tunnels. And we also have storms in Texas, Hurricane Milton, Hurricane Helene, and recently the storms in western Washington that many people believe are flooding out underground child trafficking tunnels. What I believe is going to happen is that, based on Ripple being the bridge currency, it's called Ripple, and Taylor Swift causing an earthquake in Seattle, like Marshawn Lynch caused an earthquake in Seattle called the Beastquake. The pandemic was declared March 11th, and March 11th was the date of the Japan earthquake. The first U.S. case in Seattle, where the Space Needle is, Japan's earthquake, was March 11th, 2011, and Ancient Aliens says there were UFO sightings before the quake. Marshawn Lynch and Taylor Swift causes earthquakes in Seattle. So we focus on Taylor Swift, like XRP will replace Swift. XRP is the bridge currency, like the Golden Gate Bridge. So we've seen Hurricane Milton, Hurricane Helene, the floods in Texas, flooding out underground child trafficking tunnels, and we see that there are tunnels that need to be flooded out in San Francisco and Seattle. I believe these tunnels are going to be flooded out by a mega earthquake that causes a tsunami. The Golden Gate Bridge will be destroyed, and that will be what we call the Great Awakening, where everyone starts to realize Everyone starts to realize that Joe Biden was executed, that Elon Musk was executed, and they start to realize they were replaced with body doubles for consuming adrenochrome, and that all these celebrities are wearing ankle monitors and telling you to wear a mask because they're being replaced by body doubles and they're being forced to stay at home because they're under house arrest.